Well, ladies and gentlemen, heading into the third game of our best of three series here tonight between Cooperative Clique and Team Kamikaze right now. Ladies and gentlemen, are you hyped for this? I totally am, Timmy. What are you
I'm
feeling?
definitely hyped for this. It's quite rare that we manage to see three games here, so this is definitely very exciting right here. So, let's go ahead and get right into this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Straight into picks and bans, and Athena is going to once again be taken straight off the board from the guys on the side of the Team Kamikaze. Instant response ban is going to be the Geb from the guys on the side of Cognitive Clique. So just straight standard bans thus far.
Once again, Geb picked up. Pickle Thinker must have done something to them, which has just scarred them, because they do not care about banning out the Neath. They don't care about banning out anyone else. They want this Geb gone, as well as the Hunbas, which they've banned out yet again. And once again, we're going to see the Neath game picked up first up. If it doesn't get banned out, go ahead and pick it.
Well, Hunbat's Bologna once again banned, which means that we have Neath on the board. I'm starting to think this might even be a replay of last game. We definitely got the right game in front of us.
We'll go ahead and see right there. Hopefully we don't have the same game, but no. Just going to see a little bit of a delay here as we start to see the next picks coming out here. But yeah, Neath, I don't get why you wouldn't ban Neath. Just ban her. Just not worth she's not worth giving up if you're second pick. You have to ban her out. But yeah, we're gonna see an Ares and your Noose game picked up here, so we are definitely in game number 3.
Alrighty, so with Janus and Ares on the board, that's actually a really strong initiation combo coming from the guys on the side of the Cognitive Clique.
That Unstable Vortex can do a truckload of damage if you end up getting hit at the intersection points. If you get hit at the start, middle, or the end with the two portals come close together, you get hit with the initial damage plus another 30% damage, and it definitely chunks you. Your Noose can do so much damage, especially if you're phased from the threshold. You get more damage put onto you. If he's gone over the threshold, or through a portal, he gets bonus scaling on his next ability, so he can do so much. I've got a little bit of a pet peeve against him. It's so unfair how much damage he can do. But we're going to see another Circuit and Sylvanas game picked up here. Yeah, Liquid Renegade definitely did a very fantastic job with that Circuit, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. So, gonna go ahead and pick that up for him once again.
Well, Sakat did, we mentioned it 100% right in that last game. The Sylvanas as well was very crucial to the guys on the side of Team Kamikaze. It just gave them some nice amount of space, a nice amount of initiate. The heal, the sustain was perfect, but a Nejar is going to be on the board for Cognitive Clique here.
I don't know how I feel about the Nejar, because it's a risky play. There's a lot of risk getting put out here for Cognitive Clique, because Chazal, he hasn't had the great best of nights tonight. He's been getting picked off a fair bit, he's getting fallen behind, and if you pick up an Ares, you need to be confident with him, you need to push out that early game and get ahead early. Naja, if he gets behind, he can't do a whole lot, because his steroid is the attack speed and the additional critical chance, but you need to be able to have that power to be able to get ahead of that, and the passive also does reset on death, so this is going to be all or nothing for the side of CoG Clique here.
Oh, well, second round of bans starting to come through it on the table, and Shibalonke's banned out. It's been a thorn in the side previously of the guys on the side of Team Kamikaze, not wanting to run into that one. I mean, Ares and Shibalonke, I believe, was picked up in game number 1 from the guys in Cognitive Clique, so that's a definitely targeted ban. Hades coming through on the ban list as well means that the guys on the side of the Clique are thinking about potentially running the Apollo in the solo or something like that, but don't really want to run it into Hades.
Now they're going to go ahead and pick up an Ula there, but yeah, Hades, he was definitely quite a driving force right there. Like I said, he pushes out the lane so early, so he pretty much wins lane phase 90% of the time, unless he does something stupid. And then when he comes in, he brings in so much control, so much confusion and lockdown with that Pill of Agni, as well as the disruption from that Cloak of Darkness with all that silences, as well as if you are affected by the Blight pass. If you do get feared, the Blight gets applied by the Shroud of Darkness, I believe from the Shroud of Darkness, the Death from Below, and also the auto attacks. And that does also synergize with the rest of his kit. But we're going to see an ISIS and a Tompo game picked up here.
Wow, the fact that they're looking to run the ISIS means that this is... ISIS and the Anhur actually means that this is going to be a Neath in the solo lane. They're going to throw that one out towards Tompo, or is he going to be... He could be on the Anhur as well.
Possibly, but ISIS against Yanus is not particularly a great matchup because you can get banished while you're using the Wind Gust Believe, and if you deny the Wind Gust, ISIS has very little wave clear, if not none, so he has to be Bloodleech does have to be very careful how he does pull this one out.
Well, a couple of different options coming through from the side of the guys on Cognitive, and they're going to round things out with the Cabrakan. Now, do you expect Neja or Cabrakan to be running in the solo lane here?
I believe that Cabrakan will be better in the solo lane, especially if he's up against a Hunter, because he's just tankier. He does have that, clear with the refraction shields, but it is a little bit risky because if you use the tremors to clear, you're going to get focused down because you're not moving. So it could even be a Naja solo does well with that universal Rintos. So this is a curveball because normally in the solo lane, the first thing that you do is to counter your opponents, and you don't know, right now, even we don't know if you're going to have to build magical or physical.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be finding out in just a few seconds. This game is next to getting underway right now. We'll be back in just a few minutes once we've gotten there and we've got everything set up. So if you want to see this hype as hell match, don't go anywhere. Whoa, welcome back once again onto the battlefield of the gods. We have got the godly battle between Team Kamikaze and Cognitive Cliff all the way into game number 3. If you want Team Kamikaze to win, give us a hashtag TCAM win in the chat. If you want Cognitive Click to win, give us a CoG win in the chat. We want to find out from you guys just exactly who you want to win. Also, tweet your predictions at CG Smite. That also gives us so the knowledge of which team you want to win. Well, Timmy, take us down, Team Kamikaze.
Alright then, Team Kamikaze, find out the bottom side of your minimap. On the left side of your spectator UI, we have Tompo playing Neath in the solo lane, Liquor Renegade is Sokat in the jungle, Bloodleech is Isis in your mid lane, and your duo lane is Picklefinger and Redoxide is Sylvanas and On Her.
Well, coming through from the side of Cognitive Click, it's Horizon in the solo lane on the Cabrakan. Duke is going to be on the Neja, and I'm glad we figured that out to start things off in the jungle. Kanye is going to be on the, the Giannis in the mid lane. In the Guardian role, it's going to be Shazao on to his favorite Ares pick And in the 80 carry roll, rounding us out, Empty Wolfie 2032 on the Ula.
Yes, and I'm glad to see the Shazao has put into the mark of the Vanguard onto the Ares. That's really what you want in the start. You want to get that early aggression. You don't want to have to worry about minions. You won't worry about how quickly you can get down your opponent's HP bar. Take a real quick look at Kanye, though. Using that Jandroid skin, we are giving out some of those skin codes right now in between the matches. So if you like the look of that, go ahead and enter the raffle. But we're going to go ahead and get into this game any moment here as the buffs start to spawn. And we do see some wards coming out here on the side of Cognitive Clique onto the speed buff as well as the top side of the red buff.
Yeah, just getting some vision from that early portions of the game. They didn't want any shenanigans to be coming out because, you know, those were the guys that started off with the shenanigans with the Ra, G's famous Ra in that last game, starting over towards the mana side of the buff. Trying to get that, sorry, it was the Chuck, trying to get Boom Chuck-a-Luck ahead last game. But this time around, not so.
No, not quite so, but I'm actually really interested to see how Blood Leech and Kanye actually go off here, because if Kanye plays his cards right, he could banish Blood Leech with the portal while he's in the Wind Gust and just deny all of his wave clear.
Yeah, and that's something you were mentioning in the God Select as well, is he's incredibly prone to that if you can lock him up during the Wind Gusts. Like, that's his weaker portion of the game. Blood Leech is actually going to find a Spirit Ball and look for some heavy trading on towards Kanye. Eaten the worst end of things just thus far, but a few good Wind Gusts will swing that one back around. Fantastic work, and even trades.
But Duke actually getting incredibly low there on the right-hand side. He did manage to get saved by Horizon. The Tremors does zone out Tompo and Liquid Renegade right there, so they weren't able to come in. But Liquid Renegade is not done yet. He's going to come back in here for that minion XP and going to force out Horizon back underneath his tower.
But in the meantime, look at what's coming out from the side of Cognitive Clique. They're going to take both the right and left side back camps. Duke was to get the right-hand side entirely to himself. Blood Leech now going to come in with a little bit of assistance from Liquid Renegade on the right-hand side, and then they're both going to rotate into the mid. So they're a little bit behind, and there's going to be more spawns of those back camps to compensate.
It's going to be important, because it's always important, especially in the mid lane, who gets level 5 first. And CoG Clique is actually ahead on the XP at the moment, and we're going to see a 2-man rotation over towards this dual lane. Juke and oh no, Juke is hanging around. He's gonna see if he can do anything, but Kanye is gonna go back here for the next wave, just try and freak everyone out, see if they had any wards up there. Try and predict with the movements from Picklefinger and Redoxide whether or not they had vision there.
Well, left-hand side now, it's going to be actually Liquid Renegade that's making his way around into the lane. I think the minions might have just seen him. He's going to use that ambush to get into the lane at this point, but Shazao is so far back and he's in a little bit of trouble. Last breath was used on him. He's thinking so low through space and time is at least going to rotate that Giannis over towards this left-hand side of that, but Shazao's already dead. He's fallen and become that first blood. He's the first casualty of the game, and Kanye misses the portal to get him back towards mid quickly.
That's a shame, and once again, Shazao getting picked off quite early here. He's going to start falling behind immediately because he's playing on that Ares. Duke is very low indeed, getting quite a few of those wind gusts blown onto him. He's going to go ahead and not be able to hold on these mid camps if he does get aggressed upon. He's very, very low on health here.
And the left-hand side mid-camps did go in favor of Kanye. Duke is going to grab the right-hand side, some mid-camp advantage going in favor of Cognitive Clique again. They're going to go for the armillary sash straight into the ultimate. Come through from that Naja into the air, but down is the circle of protections. That means they're going to respond with the Duke kill. Now the Hawk on towards Shazao. He's being killed once, so they're going to try and do it again. No, they're not going to dive that any further deep. But Team Kamikaze are at 2-0 in this game, and they're the ones to pull out the aggression once again.
A little bit of a miscommunication. Kanye actually putting out the portal as, actually, Wolfgang picked off there behind his tier 1 tower. Redoxide needs to get out of dodge before anyone rotates back in. There is minion vision here right now, so Redoxide does need to get his boots on and start running away. But yeah, Kanye put out the portal underneath the Renegade, and he does doesn't get put through the portal because Duke was ulting him. And because of that, you know, it just didn't quite work out for him.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Duke not quite able to escape out of that one. He's paid with his life once already. Twice, no, only the once down on towards Zhao. He's having a rough series this time around. He started off this Invitational ladder extremely strong. We saw some big Ares plays in the early portion of the split, but teams are comfortable playing into it now.
Pretty much, yeah. Like Ares, he does definitely bring a lot of pressure to the team. But if you're not confident with him, you need to be aggressive with him. You need to be, in everyone's faces. You need to be the initiator. If you can't do that, you can't do a whole lot, and you can't do a whole lot against the Sylvanas because a lot of your poke does end up getting healed up by the wisps. So the damage that you do is very temperamental, and you need to really make plays based on those shackles and. It's a good thing they picked up the Ula here because Ula can definitely be a bit more aggressive with that thrown axe and bladed arrow and whatnot, all that good stuff that Ula can do, but also ended up getting picked off, but luckily before he got the Heartseeker stacks going.
Yeah, so he's at least going to start getting back into this game. Duke is going to get Last Breath out on the right-hand side of things. He's going to get the ultimate out, but so is the Neath ultimate going to get channeled up by Tompo. Cast off. Duke is so low. Tompo to clean up the kill with the World Weaver. And I think, was that a kill towards the middle of the map as well? It's going to be a kill over on towards that Blood Leech. He's going to be picked up.
Got picked up by Kanye, I believe.
But so is Kanye going to be picked up in response.
Yeah, pretty much, and Shazal was all in there all the time. But he didn't actually get the assist for that, interesting enough. He must have gone there a little bit late. Unfortunate for him, he doesn't get the assist money.
Well, left-hand side mid-camp's about to respawn. Picklefinger's going to focus on towards them with Liquid Renegade, so at least one starting to go the way of Team Kamikaze. Or are they going to look for a pick in towards the mid lane? Liquid Renegade's deep in this wall. This could be a grab.
Yeah, so Nature's Grass coming out here. No escape's going to come out. Get banished through the portal. He does actually manage to pull them back through there. I didn't realize he.
Oh, Liquid Renegade though starting to drop very low, but so is Shazal. They're going to pick him up first. Blood Leech is at least going to get that kill on Picklefinger to run away. Liquid Renegade hogs away that left-hand side mid-camp, gets that as well, and gets the heck out of here. Right-hand side, Kanye is in a lot of trouble. Tompo to lock him down now. Horizon's going to be in trouble as well. He's forced to just get the heck out of here, and Team Kamikaze, they're out to a huge advantage. It's 7-1.
They really are, and Picklefinger can go pretty much wherever you want because Redoxide is just bullying Empty Wolf. Almiri Sash coming out in the mid lane, Spirit Ball coming in, Beads coming out on both sides, Windfire Reels missing the Blood Leech there, doesn't manage to get picked up. He is very low here, could get taken down, simply to auto attacks, and he does get picked up with that final auto attack chain, which does do the extra damage as well as the AoE. Well, yeah, as I was saying, Redoxide, he's just bullying Empty Wolf. He's even managed to pick up that tower already in this early portion of the game, and he just forces him back so often.
Yeah, it's not been a great game thus far from him, unfortunately, but look at Picklefinger. Picklefinger's just been rotating around this map, and he's found his way deep onto the scoreboard. He's 0-4 at this point in time, and the found Shazal impaled into a wall. World Weaver's coming across towards him. He's just going to take the portal to safety.
Choo down the express lane of the portal, but he is still extremely low. He does get picked up by Redoxide with a single spear of the auto attack.
And impaled against the wall. Now they've got him stand up. Redoxide with a 2-in-1, and now they're looking for Duke as well. Oh man, that impale damage to the wall. That is just doing work for Team Kamikaze. They grab 2 from that one.
Redoxide again being an absolute driving force here. He was actually under the play damage of Blood Leech, but he has come out dominant, and they're gonna go ahead and look for this Gold Fury here as Liquid Renegade and Tompo keep everyone occupied in the mid lane before rotating over.
Oh, Picklefinger's going to get the hog down. They're going to secure that one, so it's 10-1. 1 Gold Fury on the board. Mid-camps have gone the way of Cognitive Clique, but that means absolutely nothing when they're this far behind.
If we take a look at the graphs, there's a 6,000 XP lead as well as a 6,500 gold lead, and that graph has been steadily rising and just suddenly jumped with that addition of the Gold Fury as well. I'm going to see a bit of a gripping here from Team Kamikaze. They're really looking for some picks so they can get some extra tower gold.
So let's start to talk about these compositions and where they do spike at this point in time. Who do you really think is stronger in this early to mid portion of the game?
Well, team-wise, it's hard to say because a lot of people, there are quite focus on the mid game. However, CoG Clique does definitely have the later game composition. Bracken starts becoming a lot more controlling in the late game. Naja can get a lot more crits out there, as well as when she gets the Death Burn out, does a whole lot of damage. Yunus scales up crazy into the late game, and Ula is so good all throughout the game. He doesn't really fall off or spike at any point, really. However, Neith starts to fall off a little bit more towards the late game. On her falls off, the damage from Sylvanas falls off a lot more. Surcat can definitely be very strong, but she needs a lot of help from the team to be able to keep people locked down so she can slip in and out of the fights. And Isis can definitely be quite a strong force, but not as strong as Yunus, in my opinion.
It's interesting to note as well, throughout this entire series, Thor has never made his way onto the ban list, and he hasn't been picked up at any stage. Do either of these guys just not like Thor, or is...
It must be it, because Thor's just so good. He's so controlling early. The only issue with Thor is that he falls off late. He doesn't have a huge amount of damage, but then, actually, rough tower again, 3 people
down
in
comes
there.
that circle of protections, they get the stun with the Spirit Ball down, and look at the explosion from Bloodleech. Shazao picked, that's 2 in the space of just a few seconds. They're now 12 and 1, they're taking a mid tower down. Duke wants to engage, but there's no way in hell he can.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Shazao again absolutely obliterated, and Desert Fury coming up there, right down,
Tonic Shift is going to lock down in place to remove Liquid Renegade. The focus is now on towards Tomo. He gets locked up underneath that tower with the thrown axe, at least from Empty Wolf. Buys him a little bit of time, but this tower is falling, and the gold lead at 3 and 2. This is just crazy how well the guys from Team Kamikaze are playing it.
As the falling in the gold is rising.
Oh, Impale into the wall. Empty Wolf's in trouble. One more in hand when his Acuity's kill, but not quite able to do that one this time around. And now Tompo will at least get Horizon. They're looking for a grab. Not quite able to land that, but the siege is on at 11 minutes into the game. They're pushing on to a Phoenix in the middle lane.
And this is what Sylvanas can do best. He heals everyone up. You do gain actually, through space and time coming out here. Kanye's going to find himself in a bit of trouble if he doesn't get reinforcements right now. He does portal back out towards his left-hand side tower. But as I was saying, this is what Sylvanas does best. He heals people up. As you gain healed, you do gain additional protections, and you just siege people. You look for those extended team fights underneath those towers, and that's just what you do best. Tompo is going to go ahead and get caught out here by Duke, but he's not scared. He's 3 levels above him, as well as he's playing Neith, so he's going to be able to box out Duke very well here. He does have to be careful in case more people come up here for the party.
Yeah, well, something else to point out about Sylvanas is he's like one of very, very few range supports. So he's able to in-hand that creep wave, right? He's able to in-hand that tower. He's able to provide bonus damage on towards that one with Dockside, Liquid Renegade. Just a 2-man and 1-wave siege on towards this tower in the left-hand lane. They're going to grab another one, another step to victory. There's only 1 tower standing on the map, and we're only 12.5 minutes into the game.
You know what's impressive, though? Like, I've seen...
Kanye!
Ooh. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Kanye. But yeah, as I was saying, like I've seen like Direwolves, they picked up a Fire Giant in the past and they took 5 towers and 3 Phoenixes. Team Kamikaze, they don't need that. They're just sieging up, they're taking these towers before the Fire Giant, and that means when they do get the Fire Giant, they don't have to muck around with all these towers. They're going to get down a Phoenix or 2, and then they'll go
Horizon
straight
got grabbed back into the team, and now they've got the Spirit Ball, and the damage is being dropped on top of him. He's going to be cleaned up by Bloodleech to clean that one up. That's huge. Look at these guys. 16 and 2. You know what? They're saying to Kanye, this is what you get for naming your child North.
Okay, right, yo. But yeah, that tectonic shift, it did not do anything. Ooh, actually.
A 13-minute surrender.
Positive Clique thrown in the towel here at 13 minutes, 16 to 2. That
12k gold lead though.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically. What can you do?
There was just nothing they could have done. They were so... Look at the aggression. They bring out the Anher, and they're just comfortable going toe-to-toe from the straight into the load into the game. They want to go aggressive, and they were winning it. Shazao was not having his Duke and shoes on today.
No, Shazao, unfortunately, not doing a great job today. Unfortunately, you do have good days, you do have bad days. He has done great things in the past, but unfortunately not today. Dockside, however, did go 6-0 in that game. He's been such a driving force in these past 3 games. He's just carried his team from start to finish. He pushed out Empty Wolf so much there. that he just gave the rest of his team so much room to breathe and so much gold early, picking up that tower so quickly.
Yeah, and look at the amount of towers they cleared out during their time on the map, right? They were sieging the last remaining tower at 13 minutes in the right-hand lane. They were up phoenixes at that point. There is no way that the opposition can come out at 13 minutes into the game and try and take a fire giant from you when they've got nowhere to run back to. They get impaled against the wall, they get locked down, they get burst through, there's a healing from a circle of protections, there's a wisps online, everything is just so big.
Oh, we just had a interruption from Huxey. Yeah, cast bomb from Huxey there, unfortunately, but it's all cool. The game is over. But yeah, that's like you get pushed out so much. 13 minutes, nearly getting ready to do the Phoenixes. They could have even looked to pushing out the Fire Giant there. Like, it's unfortunate, but it was kind of the right thing to do. Just cut down the morale loss from CoG Clique and move on, but that is going to go 2-1 to Team Kamikaze.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be one more series in the bank for you tonight before it's all well said and done. It's going to be the guys from Exhilarated up against the team of Citadel in our final game of the Oceanic Invitational ladder. This is it. This is all that's remaining before we start to go in towards our Oceanic Pro League. If you want to find out what it's all about, then you're going to have to listen to the dulcet tones of the Hughesy Nightfall, the Hughfall combo in just a few minutes as they bring everything to us.
Hughesy and me this time?
Might be Hughesy and you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I believe it is Hughesy and I. The old team's going to go ahead and get back together for the very last game of the last game of the Invitational ladder. But I believe we have some gem codes, not gem codes, some skin codes to give out. I'm just going to check with the production here. Do we have any codes to give out?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see if we've got any codes in the bank. In the meantime, there's going to be some sexy music for you and all the wonderful, fantastic stuff that goes down in the Twitch chat. Don't forget to keep on tweeting out to @CG Smite. If you want Exhilarated to win, give me an EX win, a hashtag EX win. If you want the guys on Citadel to win, give me a hashtag CDTL win to @CG Smite. Or you can tweet it at Smite Eats Sportspedia. They'll retweet a bunch of those as well. You tell them what you really think and you let the world know that we are Australian scene and we are powerful. Unfortunately, that's it from me here tonight. Keep watching for that third and final game. Hopefully Hughesy and Timmy will be bringing in that one in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is your Team Down TV2 and Australian Invitational League action.